our Nautilus team has observed some performance issues, so they decided to create an in-memory database. So for this one, we are going to create Redis deployment. So let's create that. We need to create a config map. So look for config maps and then jump into this. Get sample code. So we need to create a key and its value. So let's get this till here. I'm just going to create .dir YAML file. You can empty anything though. And then the config map name should be my-redis-config. And in the data, we need to have this key Redis. Just give it a 5, and data should be max memory 2 MB. So that looks fine. Now get the deployment. So if you look in deployment, let's get a sample file. Just put hyphens for this operation. So the deployment name should be Redis deployment. Just change it. Redis. And labels, they didn't specify any specific labels, so you can use these labels. That's fine. And replicas should be one replica, and it should use Redis alpine image, and the container name should be Redis container. So let's make those changes. The container name should be Redis container. Image should be Redis alpine image. So we need to expose port 6379, the container port. So let's change it to 6379, and then it should request one CPU. So if you go to inside this, you can write resources, and then requests, and then we are going to request CPU. So one core CPU. Maybe you can give it a bit space. Yeah, that looks fine. And then we need to create volumes. 2 volumes we need to mount, and one of them should be data at this location. So let's create volumes now. So volume should be aligned with containers line. Okay, then define volumes, and then name. So one should be data, the volume name. Yeah, volume. And then we can use emptyDir for temporary storage on the node. So type emptyDir. Let's create another volume, and that volume name should be redis-config. Redis-config, and this one, it says that a config map volume called Redis config at path. So it should use config map. So you can type config map, and then give the reference to that config map name. It's my hyphen redis hyphen config. So we created volumes. Now just mount them. You can type volume mounts, and then one of the volumes is we need to it's empty territory volume data, which should be map at this location path. So volume name is data, and then mount path slash redis master hyphen data. So let's copy this one and paste it. So other volume name should be redis config, redis hyphen config, and it should be mapped at redis master. And then do we need to change anything? That looks fine. Let's save this. Now apply this. Okay, now if you run the command kget pivo, okay, error image pullback. Okay, sorry, my bad, it's typo again. Let's reapply, hopefully this time. Okay, it's creating container. Yeah, it's been. If you get into that pod kexec-it, the pod name --sh, if you run this, you can see redis master and redis master data. If you run this command, you can see redis config. It's been mounted here. If you get into that, if you carry it out, you can see max memory 2 MB. So this redis container part uses up to 2 MB memory in RAM from the cluster, so it doesn't exceed that. So we set it up that limit. So if we check the task results now, it's been successful. Thank you so much for watching.